Hey there. So for our final version of a highball, I'll be showing you guys how to make my twist, my take on a Moscow Mule, or should I say an Irish Mule. I thought it'd be fun to come up with a drink that uses kombucha, and I think this is the perfect way to use kombucha if kombucha is not your thing. So hang out a little bit and let me show you guys how to make a Millennial Mule. All right, let's make a Millennial Mule. So first up, we're going to need a shaker. We're building in a shaker. So to your small tin, I'm gonna add first 1.5 ounces of an Irish whiskey. Typically, I like Bushmills Black. You can use Jameson, that's a good one too. So 1.5 ounces of that. I'm gonna add 1/2 ounce of liqueur 43. Liqueur 43 is that vanilla kind of liqueur that's really nice and sweet. It's pretty strong though actually, so I'm gonna add 1.5 ounces of that, or 1/2 ounce of that. Then I'm going to add 1/2 ounce of honey syrup. So honey syrup is just, well, the way I like to make it is a 2-to-1 ratio, so 2 parts honey to 1 part water. That way it's not too diluted or too strong. I think it's a perfect balance. Next up, I'm gonna add 2 dashes of vanilla bitters. I'm using this to kind of reinforce that vanilla taste because I like that quality. It kind of brings out the depth of the drink. 2 dashes. And then finally, I'm going to add some lime. The way I'm doing this lime is I'm going to quarter it. I'm gonna save 1/4 for garnish later. And then 1/4, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna squeeze it into the tin and drop it in. I don't wanna use too much lime because I'm using kombucha later. Kombucha already is a teeny bit sour. It has a little bit of that almost vinegary type of aroma. So, well, it's kombucha, right? So it's kind of like that. To the big tin, I'm gonna add some ice. I'm gonna short shake this, so shake it for about 5 seconds. So it's important to shake the lime in the drink because I wanted to release some of those oils in the skin. And when you shake it and agitate it, then it releases the oils, makes it a little bit deeper than just a sour addition of the lime. And then I'm going to strain it into, I already have a pre-chilled glass with column of ice in it. Just going to strain it in. And then finally, I'm going to top it off with some GT's Gingerade kombucha. This is a really spicy kombucha. It's pretty much almost like ginger beer, but it just has a little bit more depth to it. It's a little bit sour too. To kind of mix it up, you don't want to shake it, you just want to kind of swirl it. And this is what makes it a Millennial Mule. Again, try to avoid the ice. And with that wedge of lime that you have left over, that 1/4 of lime, I'd like to garnish it on the side in case you want a stronger lime flavor. I'm gonna grab a straw, Put it in. There you have a Millennial Mule. The Moscow Mule was said to have been first created in the 1940s when the president of Smirnoff and the president of Cock and Bull ginger beer company came together and thought it'd be a great collaboration in combining their products, and they thought they could make a marketing campaign out of it. That's one story. The other story goes that at the Cock and Bull restaurant, which is related to that ginger beer company, an unknown bartender had leftover inventory of vodka and ginger beer, and they thought, hey, let's put these two together and let's just get rid of this. This is an Irish mule, which means that I'm using an Irish whiskey. If you use bourbon, that's a Kentucky mule. And the origin story of my drink is that I love the GT's Gingerade. It's very spicy. It's almost like ginger beer. So I thought, hey, let's make a drink out of it. So let's taste it. Let's see what it tastes like. Yeah, it tastes really good. The spiciness of the Gingerade kombucha really comes out, just like a good ginger beer would. That honey syrup really rounds it out, really complements the ginger. And luckily I only added that one wedge of lime in there. That just brings out the lime aromas without being too sour, because kombucha is already a little bit sour. Those vanilla additions of Liquor 43 and the vanilla bitters really makes it kind of deep and makes it very interesting. So it's not just a spicy, gingery drink. And all that really complements the Irish whiskey, which is a very neutral whiskey. It's very easy to mix with. Sometimes even easier to mix with than bourbon or rye. Definitely easier than Scotch. Overall, this is a very balanced drink. Slightly sweet from the honey, and it feels deeper than it actually is. And it's something that you guys should make, especially if you're a millennial. So go and make yourself a Millennial Mule. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll catch you guys on the next episode of Cocktail Notes. Cheers.